What's going on, everyone? Welcome to this week's episode of Walkin 90, your favorite bi-weekly USL show. Like we always say here, we don't do the tactics. That ain't us. We all about vibes and chaos, baby. It talks about vibes and chaos. We will not talk about what happened to US Open Cup because that is a made-up competition. Not every team in America plays in it. Does not goddamn count. All right? That is my tagline, and that is what I'm sticking with. Does not matter. All right?
That's how that works.
It works. It works for this show.
We also are being selective now. Okay.
Yeah, we are. I'm being picky. That's the beauty of being the host for this show. I get to pick and choose the topics, and y'all just gotta go on it. You know?
Yeah.
I'm learning from our failure of a president. I can pick and choose what topics I want to pick.
Are you also going to send out war plans in the meantime as well?
Hey.
Just text me.
Yeah.
This is my
just put it in the group chat.
Hey, this is my only thing I want to know. Did it show up as a green bubble or a blue?
Oh, green.
Did you know
Apple's too woke.
Apple didn't do the DEI stuff, so now they couldn't go with it. They got the Google Pixels.
Hey, y'all remember when Android?
Easy.
Y'all remember when
I'm just saying, Google changed it to Gulf of America for no damn reason.
It did. Y'all remember when Android text message used to come into Apple chat and it used to be broken up, so it would be like 1-3, 2-3. Like, I wonder if that's how it came in. But you try to add a photo, it just got all jumping up.
You know what? I want to talk Open Cup, damn it.
All right. Once again, welcome everyone. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Right now, we are sitting on 114 subscribers on YouTube. We're trying to hit 150. Trying to hit that before we all make our trip down to Madison in September. If you're going in September, let us know. We're working on a live show, so let us know. We'll be there for that. But joining me in today's episode is Eb. How are you doing, homie?
I'm chilling. My team is out here. Hasn't played an Open Cup yet, but I was hoping to meet some of y'all there, and I don't have that reason.
Yeah, that's right. Her team too goddamn bougie. I forgot about that.
That's crazy. That was quick.
Excuse me, we don't have to play the opening rounds of the cup anymore.
Look at those peasants in the first round.
Yeah,
amateur.
Look at me with Della out here scoring. Walkin Michigan and Olex is on international duty. Oh my god. Fun. Oh, whatever. Also joining me is my good man Kyle. Kyle, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good. It's Henny Derby week as well, so happy Henny Derby week.
It is. Happy Henny Derby week. It's gonna be a fun week, regardless if it's always a good week, but it's Henny Derby week.
There might be a minor crash out, depending. There might be a short little crash out.
No, there will be a crash out. It just depends on who will have to crash out.
Oh my god.
It will be a crash out.
Someone will crash out.
Yeah, someone will crash out. Like, somebody will crash out. And you can tell whoever has the Walking 90 account, you can tell who crashing out in that moment. You can just tell. It's gonna be hilarious.
The silence from someone on Blue Sky will give you an indication on which one has crashed out.
So I tell people all the time, I'm a horrible person to watch games because I'm so locked in on what's going on in the field. And Richard, the photographer, took a photo of me mid concentration. I'm in the middle of the supporters section. Everyone's cheering and jumping and whatnot. I'm like this. That picture. Full blown. Yo, if there's any picture that describes me in this argument, it is that photo right there.
Bruh.
Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, man. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We had US Open Cup that happened. Of course, we're going to dive into it. The Chaos BCS, the true power ranking of League One. Don't pay attention to the other power ranking. Pay attention to this one. Yeah, we do research here. We do research.
We have spreadsheets.
Yeah, right. We're calculators. We put in the numbers, backing up the proof. We go on vibes and chaos, but we back it up here. Listen, America. That should tell you something. The science is real. Okay. Don't be one of them people out there saying you don't believe in science. You look dumb. You look uneducated. Stop doing that.
Believe in the education of the Chaos BCS.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Look, somebody's gonna go to the Radio Shack Orange Bowl. We'll be there for it. I'm gonna be there to support it. But yeah, man. I mean, it's all fun. It's all fun. But let's start off match week. Any players that stood out to you, really from the U.S. Open Cup or this past weekend of fix? We only had a small number of games. A lot of teams didn't play this week. But any player or team that stood out to you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a team, just because I don't really get to watch like full individual players, just because we're all playing at the same time. So, but FC Naples.
They've been a good watch.
I was not familiar with your game, and that's on me. You're only 4 games in, but my word,
I
they're fun.
They are. I think their striker, his name is escaping me right now. He scored, I think,
Henderlong.
Yes, he scored in every game so far. Did you see the goal that he scored against Spokane? He put the Spokane defender in the spin cycle, dog. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
And I was high on Spokane like to start the season. I'm like, they're hungry. They want it, and now I'm just like,
Hey,
that game.
Who said Spokane was going to have a Lexington?
That's not even fair to Spokane. They had a so
I said they will have a season like Lexington. I said they still make the playoffs, but I didn't think they were going to do as well as everyone was like hyping them up to be in the preseason.
They haven't been impressive. So
far, I've been right.
They have not been impressive.
It's been like,
but they beat their crosstown rival.
Barely.
So, okay, but hey, man, like sometimes you just gotta take that lucky bounce when you get it.
Hey, I just want to say we will get into the Chaos BCS, but if you look at the league, the last 2 league games have been negative results. Just throwing that out there.
Sorry, but my team is Naples. My team is FC Naples. I'm
FC Naples.
You are making a fan out of me. I'm appreciating it. It's just fun soccer right now for them. So there's nothing to lose because you're a first team. This is your first year team. So might as well go for it. And they are, and they look good doing it. They had a really good couple of league games, and then they had a really good Open Cup game. I'm impressed. So that's my team. That's my standout team for
Kyle. What about you, my good man? Is there any team or player that has impressed you so far?
I would say so far, Hardy Hackenberg, the striker for Naples. He looked really good. He capitalized. Yes, he got 2 goals against Madison, which sucked to see, but he really capitalized on that. I think he's going to be one of those. It wouldn't surprise me if either another USL League One team tries to throw the bag at him this upcoming, at the end of the season, or a championship team if he continues what he's doing. Mm-hmm. So I will say, he's been impressive. I'm also impressed by Avialta's lack of defending and want to defend. That was something that I appreciate because it makes games entertaining.
Yeah, no, that's very true. I think a team that's impressed me so far that I've seen, I hate to say it, I don't really hate to say it. One Knox, they've been a little bit more surprising than I thought they would be. Yeah, Kyle, we talked about it last year. They had problems really attacking. They didn't really seem fun in attacking. It seemed like this team took more joy out of defending than attacking. And this year, definitely with the Spokane result,
it's getting better.
It's getting better. And the game against Texoma the weekend. Now, I will say this: Texoma played better than what they showed, but Texoma's defending was also stupid because they kept playing this stupidly high line, especially on the second goal. It is stupidly high. And just got exposed. And Texoma, One Knox could have really put that game out the way. They could have scored way more goals.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed with them. I like what I see out of them out there. I think a player that is also standing out to me so far I mean, I feel like FC Naples is gonna get a lot of love on the show so far tonight, but they deserve it. Their goalkeeper Delgado, like I still firmly believe he is top 3 goalkeeper in this league. Like he is one of those goalkeepers that you can plug into any team in the League One, and he automatically gets some extra 5 to 6 points. Like that's a solid keeper right there.
That was a solid pickup regardless, but
yeah,
like especially from what was a really good Hailstorm team.
Yeah.
But he's been amazing. Like I think FC Naples has given up how many goals? 2 goals all season? Yeah, because it was a 1-1 tie versus Chattanooga, and then they gave up the 1 goal in Open Cup to Sarasota. Other than that, they've kept clean sheets. So it was a 2-0 win versus Forward, and then the 1-0 win versus Spokane.
Yeah. Like, so we got that, like who impressive and whatnot. We're we love talking about stocks because we're like the stock market on the show, but stocks up, stocks down. Who are you putting your stock in right now? Like I'm assuming it's FC Naples, right? So let's flip it. Who are we stocked down on? Who are we like, you a little bit of a pretender. You don't got that fight in you.
Spokane.
Oh, okay.
And I know that's not fair. That's not like super fair to them, but I thought you were going to do more in these first few games. And I'm waiting to see that dog, and I haven't seen it yet. Like I hate it for Ballard because that game versus Ballard was
that goal
phenomenal.
was so messed up. It was.
Yeah, it's been that goal. First of all, the goal to go up and then letting Ballard come right back at you to almost tie the game on the last kick. I still don't think he was that offside. Yeah. Not that offside, because if he's that offside, he's offside. But I don't think he was offside. I truly think that the line was so tight that either way they called it probably would have been upheld. But I truly don't think he was offside. And that game should have went to extra time. But it's the fact that it's 2 years in a row, and you still can't, they're still your little bugaboo. That is a League 2 team. And you can't get past them. Like, what is that? What is happening? Like, or get past them confidently, I should say, because both times have come off of a late goal to like that just is like silly, and that's how you win. But still, like I'm not completely sold on Spokane at the moment. Like I need them to show that they were true contenders and not pretenders when it came to getting into the playoffs last year.
A stock that I'm going to look into and probably invest more in, Greenville. They against Westchester, if Westchester was smarter, they probably could have won that game. But to get the draw against Westchester and then to pretty much dominate Omaha, it does raise some eyebrows for me. So I'll invest some stock into Greenville. And I feel like maybe I should invest some stock into Texoma or AVL because like it's at its lowest. So maybe now's the time to buy low, sell high. If Texoma could just decide not to do the high line, because I looked at the heat map and I was like, wow, this is a very
I'm not gonna lie, it was
there.
Wild. It was wild. Like you got beat twice on a high line.
Which I don't know why you're trying to do a high line in USL League One.
They kept doing it, and it was like wide open. Now, if Warnock's gonna finish, bro, we're talking about maybe a 4-0, 5-0 game.
Ooh,
like no, I'm not lying to you, yo. Like it was a mixture.
Is that one that I have to go back and be like watch because it's like it was that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, like go back and rewatch it now. And I will say this. Texoma, there are things there that are good. It's just that they got to bring that line down like 20 yards. Yeah. It's like their back line is on the halfway line. Like that's what they're doing.
Hmm.
Like it's crazy. It's crazy. I would say a team that I'm a little bit stopped down on. I mean, we were talking about we mentioned Spokane, and whatnot. For me personally, I'm not going to bang on Spokane again. I mean, I already mentioned one dogs. I kind of got a high stock in them. AV Alta, I'm kind of stopped down on them. From watching them in person and watching them against South Georgia Tormenta, this is the team that struggles to get the ball into the final third. Like they kind of struggle getting that ball into the final third. And I don't know if it's they want to play pretty and build up play, but they got to quicken up that tempo. It's a little lethargic right now, and they're having problems getting into the final third. Another team who I'm stuck down on, Westchester. I know people are loving them right now. They won their first 2 games in the cup and in the season. But you only scored 2 goals from penalty kicks. Like if we take those penalty kicks in, we were going to PKs against an amateur side, and I can't speak because my team got knocked out. And you talking about a potential loss to Greenville. So that stock's a little low for me. It's not as inflated as it should be, but I get it. No, too. Like you win the game, you take the opportunities that are there for you, but bring it down a little bit there. Should we dive into this imaginary Mickey Mouse Cup that happened over the past week?
Yeah.
Why it gotta be all that?
Because it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. I'm like a scoring X. It doesn't matter to me. Like I don't care. I don't care if she moved on and found a new boy toy. I really don't care. I'm rooting for chaos all next week. I want everyone to crash out, lose horribly. No one picks up prize money. They got to find a weird ass way how to split this prize money 12 different ways. I don't care. I truly don't.
Oh, that's you know what? I appreciate.
I'm not mad. I don't want anyone going on the internet saying I'm mad. That is the drill tweet that I'm thinking of right now.
Exactly. Like y'all remember how I was in 2023 where Richmond sucked and I didn't care?
Oh God.
And I was just like, I want everyone to crash out. Which I almost
season.
almost called it. I almost called it too. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So going to these US Open Cup results, we had Chattanooga. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure you check out our interview with head coach Scott McKenzie. Me and Kyle interviewed him talking about Chattanooga Rebels, the build up there, and also talking about the upcoming US Open Cup Derby game there with Chattanooga FC. But Chattanooga Rebels went on the road to New Jersey, played New Jersey Alliance, got a 2-2 PK win there. It was a little fun. Saw the goalkeeper play midfielder there. FC Naples got a 2-1 win over Sarasota Paradise in a future League One derby. That was a good game because FC Naples scored. No, my fault. Sarasota scored late. The FC Naples scored right after that, and then I can't point out who. Let me see who the FC Naples player was. O'Connor was trash talking to Sarasota player, like just trash talking him. It was glorious. Asheville City Soccer Club took Greenville Triumph to the brink. But the lights has got a little bit too bright out there for Asheville City. He couldn't pull off the upset there. Also, Club 11 was out there, so that was cool to see them. I think they're doing like a whole tour of the U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah, so they're next. They have this like bus that they're taking out. It's really, really cool. They have a new magazine like print out. And it just talks about soccer in America. They did a really cool feature on the Pintos. And Brianna, really it was Brianna Pinto and how she helped bring the World Cup to the United States for 2026. So it's just a really cool concept just of like educating soccer. So yeah, they're doing a couple places in North Carolina. That's where they started. And then they're going to release some other cities that they're heading out to in a little bit. But right now they just went through through a bunch of the smaller Open Cup games in North Carolina.
Yeah, for real. And it was real dope to see. I love seeing stuff like that. I feel like you always get those cool kind of like tours and whatnot during the US Open Cup. It's great. I love it. Until the MLS teams come in and then they decide they want to play and then everything sucks. Pinchester got a 1-0 win over FC Motown. That's their name from now on. Until they score a goal from open play, their name is Pinchester.
I stopped for a second. I was like, did he say Pinchester?
I did. Until they score a goal from open play, their name is.
Will it not even be a free kick? Like, what about?
No, they have to open play.
All right.
All right.
So I don't want to see Obregon or Bolaño smacking free kicks.
Why not?
I want to see a goal inside the 18-yard box, and then we can lose the Pinchester name. But right now, that's what it is. So they got a 1-0 win over FC Motown there. In the upset on Tuesday night, you have Foro Soccer Club. They beat Texoma 2-1. And when we talk about the Chaos BCS, you're going to see a number beside Texoma. That number is not a glitch. Let me take you through what happened in this game to lead to this. They had 4 yellow cards, 1 red card, and a loss. And all that accumulated into them getting the score that they got. That's where we are, folks.
Yeah.
That's where we are. So you had that result there for Texoma. Avialta got a 3-1 win in their first win there against Ventura County Fusion, not the other Ventura County that plays in MLS Next Pro. This is the good team. Because it's weird because you got Ventura County FC and then you got Ventura County Fusion, and it's dumb. Because MLS Next Pro is a dumb league.
Yeah.
We move on. You got 1-0 Soccer Club. They beat down their little brothers Appalachian, 3-0 there. In the upset of the U.S. Open Cup that I don't really care to talk about, Richmond Kickers lost to Maryland Bobcats Light, 3-1. Got dominated. They got bullied. Fuck that game. The joy has lost my heart. I don't care about this cup anymore. We would go out the year. They increased the prize money to $1 million to win it in their 30th anniversary. This is why I'm not going to get on my tangent. I've been in therapy right now. I'm going to be good. Spokane beat their little brother. By the way, shout out to Spokane Soccer Show. I don't know if you guys saw the promo video they did for this game between Ballard. That was real dope. Talking about last year's game and whatnot. They got a 1-0 win there. Portland Hearts of Pine. Okay, so we're going to stop here. We're going to talk about this. These jerseys don't mix with that lighting. Somebody needs to turn the brightness up.
Not you saying white balance the cameras. That's crazy.
That too. But also, was it just me or was like everything mad dark? Like it was like they were playing like back in the 1940s where like you had to turn on the car lights just to play.
It did feel like they literally got like the lights that you put in the parking lot, like late at night, that's powered by gasoline. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Remember that scene in what is the movie? The Nick Cannon movie, Drumline.
Oh yeah.
Where they have to flash the lights to tell us if they like us. That's what.
I was like, bro, like.
Also felt like if you left that stadium area, you were going to disappear and never be seen from again with that fog.
Dog, I felt like they were near the scene of Jason.
Like they were in the woods. I was like, nah, I'm not going there.
Yeah, nah, bro. Like
I mean, we gotta go for the plot. Like we gotta go there once for the plot. But
maybe it's gonna need to be daylight.
Like 3 black people in the middle of the woods in May, we're not making it out. One of us is dying, unfortunately. We're not.
Damn, I'm the single one. Do I have to die for the plot? No.
Probably.
Actually, we're not going anywhere.
No, because you're the DEI hire. So they're going to keep you around for taxes.
That's fair.
So I'm on the rebound. And, fuck around. It'd probably be me.
But you got the dog at home and you got the wife at home. Like, see.
Cal on the rebound. He got kids. No, it'd probably be Cal. Cal already got a lineage.
He's got so
I found out my great grandfather whole second family, so like I think the bad juju's coming down to me.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, they get a 4-0 win there over CD Valencia. Fort Madison, Cal, your boys were on edge, dog. Your boys were on watch. They was getting there, and then all of a sudden, y'all remember was like, oh. We can score. We're up and in.
Well, no, it was. Oh wait, they have 10 men. Let's just do runs, and we'll just do a long ball. Get in behind it, run up behind the defender, and go from there.
Now, this is the thing. If you had seen the previous, we just dropped it on Monday, the Chaos BCS for the US Open Cup. Fort Madison had the highest score out of anyone at an 8.75. If Galindrith makes his pin, is the highest score thus far out of any game. But he missed the pin and meant it is 8.75.
Yeah.
There you go. But then he scored the rebound.
He got the keeper saved it, got the rebound, scored it. So I was like, all right.
There you go.
And I think the match ended literally the next second later. I was like, okay, we can probably have it. The game was over 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. But he got a 5-1 win there over Duluth FC. Charlotte FC was on upset watch as well with a 3-2 win in extra time. Charlotte Independence. I keep saying Charlotte FC. Charlotte Independence. 3-2 upset. Well, I wouldn't say upset win. 3-2 win there over in Long.
It got dicey for a bit.
It did. Because like
it was funny though.
It was. Because I ain't gonna lie, the goal Scarlet Sword to win it, like the ultimate win it, was pretty good. It was just like I was hoping that game was about to go into PKs and see some there. South Georgia Cementa coasted against Harbor City with a 3-1 win there. And then on Friday night, because there was a little bit of delay in the weather, Union Omaha walks out with a 2-1 win over Flatirons FC on the road. So though that is your round one results, going into round two, and this will open the conversation about, there's always the game we're all waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
But South Georgia Cementa will go on the road against Foro FC. Charlotte Independence will play in a little derby there against Carolina Core. AV Alta will play in a little derby there against Los Angeles FC2. Portland Hearts of Pine, I feel like they got the derby they wanted. They'll play Hartford Athletic.
Ooh, that's going to be a fun one.
That is. Westchester, another derby here, will play New York. Mississippi Freedom?
Patsy Prian? I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
Greenville Triumph will take on One Knock Soccer Club. Fort Madison will go on the road to FC Tulsa.
Oh, Tulsa again. Yeah. That'll be fun.
FC Naples will take on Little Rock Rangers. Union Omaha welcomes the Maury Menace. Spokane welcomes Tacoma Defiance, the low rivalry there. And then, of course, the game that everyone's going to be tuned into on Wednesday, April 2nd. Chattanooga Red Wolves versus Chattanooga FC.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, if you want to hear about it and you want the exclusive talk, make sure you go listen to our interview with Coach Scott McKenzie. We talked about it there. It's a great interview, highlighting that. But I'm going to take away the Chattanooga Derby for a second.
What?
Because it's the one everyone's going to pick. We know this. What U.S. Open Cup game intrigues you to be like, all right, this is the second screen? Because we know what the first screen is. What's the second screen?
I am going to go with Portland and Hartford.
Okay.
Because with the introduction to Pro Rel, this could be a USL League One matchup in a couple of years.
Fair enough. I'm going to go in the opposite direction. And this is just pure vibes. You Omaha, Des Moines Menace.
See, I was going to go there because All them old fucking guys.
That's 2014 MLS All-Star team. As Jake tweeted and put on Blue Sky, skeeted. 2014 MLS All-Star team.
Dog, on that field, that narrow field that everyone hates, let me just read you who was on this team.
It's so
Diddy
stupid.
Phil Harvard. Alonzo. Dax McCarthy. Sergeant Clashin. Bradley Ray Phillips. Justin Merrill. Victor Ayula. Matt Hedges. Adolf De La Garza. Literally, you have the MLS wrap-up crew on the team. Bro, them on that field against Union Omaha with, oh my God, that's going to be hilarious.
You know, we'll throw another one out there that could be chippy. Miami versus Inter Miami.
Nah, they ain't gonna get the vibes.
It's gonna be chaos.
No.
If we're looking for vibes,
but it's not even. It's the Miami 2 team, so it's not like they're going with like the A team.
Yeah.
No, but
so I can't say the vibes. It's not gonna.
It's not vibes. It's definitely more on the chaos side of like one team truly plays in Miami and the other one plays in Fort Lauderdale. And those fans are going to be fucking rabid. That's going to be fun. And then obviously I'm a Carlito fan, so.
Yeah. Also, the other fun game that I think I might double watch as well, One Knox versus Greenville. That's going to be fun. That's going to be like, it's going to be weird because is that going to be a League One X game? Like, I'm wondering. But let's go ahead. Let's talk about the game that everyone wants to talk about. Chattanooga Rebels, Chattanooga FC. First time these teams have ever played each other because they refuse to play each other. There is beef. Like, what the word Big E say? Big men slapping meat. This is that. This is just beef.
Slapping meat.
There you go. This is pure hatred.
I've heard that sentence far too many times for my liking in the last 48 hours.
You're gonna hear it a lot.
You are. Just big men slapping meat. So Chattanooga FC, they play in MLS Next Pro. Chattanooga Rebels, of course, we're here in USL League One. They also call them East Ridge. This game is going to be played at Chattanooga. So I'm really interested to see
which Chattanooga.
It's going to play at Red Wolves.
Okay.
No, they're playing at Chattanooga's FC Stadium.
Oh, they're playing at Chattanooga FC? Okay, my fault. What I am wondering, how many Red Wolves fans show up? How many Red Wolves fans show up for that game?
I mean, like, there's got to be
what's the distance between the two stadiums? If I'm Red Wolves front office, I'm like, how many buses do you want?
Why do you need a bus?
Because you gotta go. You gotta go. So I'm like, how much are tickets? Because I'm buying your tickets and we're putting every single one of you on a bus. Like, that's like, what? It doesn't even matter how much it is because you need them there.
It is.
You have no choice but to have them there.
14-minute drive in between.
And guess what? You roll and you know what they do in Clemson? They put all the players on a bus and they make them get on a fucking bus and go around the stadium in a bus to go down a fucking hill for 6 minutes. It does not matter if it was a 3-minute drive. You put every single one of them motherfuckers on a bus, whatever you got to do, and you get them there and you make them come off that bus hype. You have no choice.
Hold on. You mean to tell me Chattanooga Stadium is right on the border of Tennessee and Georgia? Why did I not know this?
Because Chattanooga is basically pretty damn close to the border of Tennessee and Georgia.
Wow.
It's not that far from Alabama either.
Right.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Call the Birmingham fans that are like, we need something to do because our team lost to Little Rock, Arkansas.
Hey, I made it known. I am rooting for Virginia Dream. Beat Loudon. Have fun.
Oh, I hope they beat Loudon.
All I'm saying is, have we considered, are the police ready?
No.
For what is about
no, it's about to be a bunch of drunk hillbilly white fans that are pissed because they're playing their little brothers, and both teams are saying the same thing. We're playing our little brothers, and it's about to be a fuck. It's about
and this is the thing. This is the crazy thing about
mess.
Chattanooga Rebels, if they win, it's gonna be like, all right, cool, we won. You know, they're gonna be hyped. Chattanooga FC win?
Oh boy. No one will hear the end of it.
They might burn down that stadium.
It's their own stadium, though.
Don't let Chattanooga FC get blown out. Oh. You got scared in front of the hose? Nasty word. You can't get blown out in front of the hose. Richmond did. You saw what happened? Richmond supported him, started cheering for the Ivy. You just supported us in front of the hose.
I hate it here.
Nah, bro. You can't just support us in front of the hose. Oh, man. You know, there's a group of people listening to this podcast who have no idea what that reference is from. And I love it. Absolutely hilarious. But yeah, man, like, hey, those are US Open Cup games. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good watch. I know everyone's gonna be on Blue Sky enjoying it. It's always a good time around. But Ed, I think it's that time to drop that Chaos BCS so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, once again, everyone, this is how the scoring is done. So you can see we are backed by science. Okay, we are not just picking teams that played that week and penalize the teams that didn't play. Okay, you played, you get points. You didn't play, too bad. You should have played.
Too bad.
All right. So Ed, show everyone thus ranking. All right, so let's go through it. Starting off at number 1 is Forward Madison. They got 7 points total. Then you got Portland Horse Pine, 6.5. South Georgia Cementa comes on at 4.5. And then FC Naples rounds it out, 4.5. Those are your top 4 teams. The teams in the relegation spot, right below that red line, Union Omaha. Who else you got? West Pinchester Soccer Club at a negative 7.5. AV Alta at a negative 10.25. Chattanooga Rebels at negative 13.75. And then Texoma FC. And when I said, I warned y'all, the score was going to let y'all know. I bet if you play bad, it's going to show. It's like a report card. You can't hide the grades. Negative 20. Negative 20.
That is truly their score.
Now, if you've been following the Chaos BCS rankings, this is just me as the creator of it. I think it perfectly aligns with everything we have seen thus far in USL League One. Now, reminder, this mixes US Open Cup. We haven't got Jaeger results yet, but when those get it, it'll be added in as well. And league results, okay? And I think thus far, I think it is fair to say Forward Madison is right now the number 1 team, just based on how they played in the US Open Cup game, scoring those 5 goals, the narrow defeat on Open Day. You know, teams like Richmond and Greenville, Spokane are right where they are. Like, people are really high on Spokane. They're right there, 8th place. Like, you know, One Knox is right there as well. Charlotte's a good team. You know, I lean on you guys. What are you guys' impressions and thoughts of the Chaos BCS?
The fact that a team has minus 20, they've played like
2 games
is just impressive.
See, my problem is I'm looking at this ranking and I'm going, I feel like Naples should be higher. But then I look and I'm like, Yeah, but they score early, and then they go, "We're good, right?"
So
Yeah.
this is how Naples has played, right? So if you look at their league results, the first week 1 -3, week 2 4.75,
Mm-hmm.
week 3 0.75. Like it was a narrow victory over Spokane, and then of course 2 points for the US Open Cup win. And like they're a team that, like I said, like the scores tell you they are impressive, but they're not a killer edge team. They get up on you, right? Like they are, I think they are unbeaten so far. Like they're
Correct.
unbeaten. But it is far more like I want to see more from them, right? It feels like they're getting a lot of stuff on the break, and there's a little bit of luck thrown in there with them. But once again, like they have been impressive with everything they've done so far.
I also feel like with Naples, they play a very low block style.
Yeah.
So even if they don't have the goal, they're going to let you have they're going to let you have the ball. They're going to let you have all the possession in the world, and it doesn't matter because you cannot break them down. That's pretty much that approach that they have, which also reduces the chances of them getting, goals outside the box. It prevents too many chances likely to get penalty. It just their style of play does not lean into the chaos aspect of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like looking at the stats from like forward, like their game versus forward, yeah, forward led in pretty much every category of passing, like shots on shots on target. You had the possession, 72% of the possession. Then you look at the game versus Spokane, same thing. Spokane has 63% of the possession. They took the most shots inside, outside the box. Just a lot of like trying to break through everything. But the one stat that Naples leads is in defense.
Yeah.
They're going to make sure that you can't get to the back line because it's getting snuffed out somewhere, like whether it's with that deep mid or somewhere, it's getting snuffed out. And it's been like suffocating, but it's also not leaning into the chaos. I need you to lean into the chaos though. You're a fun team. Lean into the chaos.
A team that has fully lead into the chaos is AV Alta. Now, on the weekend, they had the worst score out of everyone, a negative 7.5. And that's really because they only had 2 stars on target. Granted, they scored a goal that was gifted to them by Richmond. And then it's just the red cards, the yellow cards. But also, like, the thing that I'm concerned about with AV Alta, and is why, like, even though Texoma has a negative 20, I'm a little bit higher on Texoma than I am AV Alta, is because Texoma, there's some threat. There's some attack there, right?
Texoma just needs to call the fuck down.
Yeah. Just slow down. Like they're the 88 kid that refuses to take their medicine, but they know they need to take their medicine. AV Alta was just slow and lethargic. Like, go back and watch that Richmond game. Like, it almost reminded me of, you remember that last season of FC Tucson where it just looked like, they just look broken. Like, it was like that.
And then they went on a run at the end of the season that they decided, okay, we're going to start winning now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that. Exactly.
It.
That's what it seemed like for AV Alta. They just look broken right now where they don't know what they want to do in attack. They're taking forever to switch the ball. They're losing aerial duels. They're having a hard time getting from back to front to get the ball up. Like Cerritos, once again, I will say it again. He is one of those players. Son, you will look too good for this level. I need you to go to championship. But the thing was, it was like outside of the goal that he scored, it was like he did not show up again in the field. And AV Alta had a hard time getting him the ball in dangerous positions. And if they're going to play that way, they're going to struggle a lot. You need to get the ball to Cerritos so he can create so that Dunsway can get in and behind. When they played in the U.S. Open Cup, go watch that Open Cup game. What happened? They get the ball in dangerous pockets. Dunsway was able to run in behind, and they were able to attack. They weren't able to do that here, man. And that's the reason why they got the score they got.
I mean, it's also pretty funny that Union Omaha is sitting here in 10th, and they've only played one league game.
Do better in the Open Cup. That was their chance to get some points.
To be honest with you. And the funny thing is, like, you remember week 1, Richmond was blowing them away with like 12 something. Look at Richmond scoring now.
Yeah.
A half a point. But that's like also because like Richmond is one of those teams where they can't allow the mistakes to get to them. If you finish those 2 pins, we're talking about a team that's right now unbeaten in league play instead of sitting at 2 wins and a loss. You know, like that's big. But also on the verse side of that, like how does that impact Charlotte? You know, like are Charlotte as good as we believe them to be up there as well? So I mean, it's give and take. I'm interested to see how this week plays out because I think this week we got a full list of fixtures. Like we got darn, I just clicked off of it.
I was gonna say we got Charlotte against Chattanooga Friday, Henny Derby Saturday, Naples and Portland, Greenville, Spokane, Tormenta, Omaha, Texoma, Penchester.
Yeah, so I mean we got.
I can't believe you're leaning into Penchester.
It rolls off the tongue.
Just saying.
So wait, who's the teams that are in play? Knoxville and Portland. No, who's the other team that's not playing that? Knoxville and who else?
AV Alta.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, AV Alta. So those 2 teams are not playing. We don't have a full weekend yet, but I also look at this like this is a big slate of games that we got coming up. I feel like we're going to start getting a little bit more. We're going to start forming a little bit more of how the league landscape is going to be because you got Charlotte Independence playing Chattanooga Rebels. Chattanooga Rebels is a very physical team playing against Charlotte Independence. You got the Henny Derby, and this is a team where Fort Madison is. We don't quite know what they are yet. We know what Richmond is. We see what they are. How is this going to play out? You got a new team derby, FC Nipples versus Portland Horse and Pine. Another new team derby, you got Texoma versus Westchester. Like, can Westchester stay on the run they are and score a goal from open play? And can Texoma show like they don't need to play a stupidly high line and not get beat 30 yards outside of goal? Like,
and not get players sent off.
But that doesn't lean into the chaos factor that we're looking for.
I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm saying they maybe don't get 3, but don't have a whole squad.
Yeah,
maybe like 1 player sent off this time.
Yeah, don't crash out.
Right.
Yeah,
avoid the crash out. And then like another fun game is like Tormenta versus Union Omaha. Like, are Union Omaha on a downfall? Is Tormenta better than what we think they are? And then another game, like, I'll save it. But like, you know, you got Triumph versus Spokane, which is a real good technical game to watch. But that's going to be a fun game. Well, you know what? Whatever. I'll ask you guys this now. Who's the panic button in this game? Like, who? Walking out of this weekend, who is the team that if they lose this weekend, it's time to hit that panic button? It's time.
Really?
Well, I'm not going to say hit the panic button. Your hand is hovering.
I have 2 teams. I have 3 teams that I could consider.
Okay.
I also have 3 teams I could consider.
I have 2.
Okay. I feel like we all have the same team. At least one of them. We all have.
Is one of them Spokane?
Yes.
Okay.
So, why Spokane?
I think they came into the season with a lot of expectations on them. Now, whether that was us as journalists and fans saying, "Oh, we expect you to do better because you made a good run last year as a year 1 team, and so we expect you to continue that because you got there and you're just like hungry for more, so you you didn't really do a lot of crazy things in the offseason, but you kept a good core because you're like, this team can do it. So I'm kind of like hovering if they don't walk away with at least a point, but they should probably get 3 if they want to feel better about themselves.
Yeah. Kyle.
The reason with Spokane, kind of like what Ebony said, and they haven't looked good. That's the thing. Like, they've looked disjointed. They have not looked as cohesive of a team. They blow a 2-0 lead against Knoxville. They barely scrape by with Ballard. They lose this past week against Naples. Like, it just feels as though is it just a matter of they just need to gel, or is there a deeper problem? Because also, this is a team that brought back a good core of their squad last year. It's not like this is a whole new team. Yeah. They brought back a good core and added a lot of talent in Nil Vinyals and Jalen Chrysler. So that's where I'm kind of more like, I feel like you should be more like Omaha is at least slightly understandable. Like, they're pretty much replacing a lot of the guys that helped them out last year, but Spokane doesn't really have that.
Yeah. My thing with Spokane is it's hard to expect the team to go unbeaten during the season, right? So you're gonna lose games. The thing is, they're losing games and they're just boring. Like, the FC Naples game was boring.
Mm-hmm.
That's my issue. Like, the draw against against One Knox was boring. You know, like, you're 2-0 up and you can't. I get it. Like, teams come back. You know, One Knox had some good chances, but it was boring. Like, you couldn't close that out. Ballard, it was boring. That's my issue with Spokane. It's just, boring. So yeah, that's the team I think will slightly hover over the panic button. All right, who's the second team you think?
Omaha.
I said Omaha too.
I got Omaha. If Omaha loses to Tormenta, whoo!
They got to look at what they lost and be like, how did we lose all these players? And
I think we might have to pull out the therapy chair for Chip.
See, it's already a lot, and now his team has got to let him down too. No, we can't do that.
It's gonna be tough. They lose to Tormenta. I'm not saying like the season's done, whatever. Wasp, not. I'm not saying that. But you got waxed by Greenville 3-0, and it wasn't even.
It wasn't close.
It wasn't close. No. It was not close. Now we don't know if Bashar knew who's going to be back. I'm pretty sure if he's back, that's a huge plus right there for that back line. I'm gonna have some question marks if they lose to Tormenta. But on the flip side of that, like, the Chaos, BZS Ring shows you right here, Tormenta's third. They're a good team. Basic Turnbridge. Hey,
yo, I don't know how
him and what's his name, Belize, the other guy at Tormenta.
They always find these kids. They always find these players.
They do.
How are they?
Some weird Englishman that just didn't make it in the academy system. It was like, have you heard of Statesboro, son? Do you want to come to Statesboro? And I feel like they lied to them. Like, I feel like Ian Cameron lies to them. It shows them a picture of Atlanta. It was like, it's like London, just blacker. Come on. And they get there and they're like,
it's hotter and it's blacker.
Yeah, and they're like, so what's up with the mound? They're like, don't worry about that. We just moved that from side to side.
That is part of the stadium. That will always be there. It's basically a statue.
God.
When Tormenta finishes that stadium, if they remove that mound, I am fighting.
No, we're going to message them and say, why did you do that? We will bring someone from Tormenta on this show to explain themselves.
To explain why they got rid of the mound? No.
Yes.
You know what they should do? They should just have someone sit on the mound during the game. Like, honestly, Ev, a dead ass. If you were a fan of South Georgia Tormenta, you were going to games, You tell me you don't have the thought of just sitting on that mountain watching the game?
I mean, yes, but
okay, my point exactly.
Would it be crazy? Yes. Is that what we're looking for as the chaos podcast of?
Yes. Intrigue me with silliness.
What a line right there. I'm just
saying.
It makes all the sense in the world.
If you were entertaining and fun, like honestly, South Georgia Tormented, just lean into it. You are in a college city. Just lean into the silly shit. Like, just lean into it. Like, just pure. We don't know where Bolt the Ibis is. He been MIA for the last 2 years. Bring him back. I would sell tickets, like $3 a pop. Do a raffle. We pull your name out of the hat, so you can sit on top of the mountain for the entire game. Free nachos on us.
Not nachos. Okay. Well, you can't drink, so dry county.
Yeah, that sucks. We gotta change that. Yeah, we gotta get some liquor in there or something. Yeah, we gotta change that. Yeah, we can't be watching dry soccer on top of a mound, just dry. Can't be doing that. No. And that ain't good vibes. All right, my fault. Sidetrack. Now you guys said you had a third team. I didn't have a third team. So who's the third team y'all guys think that we're slightly hovering over this panty button boy?
Westchester.
See, I was going Texoma.
Really? Ooh.
Really? Okay, I gotta hear this. Why? Okay, granted, these two teams play each other. Kyle, why are you going Penchester?
I mean, for a team, I said Westchester would be the best performing expansion team. And this is a team that has a lot of high quality talent. You have Stephen Payne and you have Noah Powder and Jean Baptiste in your defense. You have Joel Johnson. You have a couple guys in your midfield. That's not where the strength is. But you also have Juan Carlos Oberjan, who was one of the top strikers last year. This team should be better and at least look better, play better. It just hasn't happened yet. And I think, again, did we put too much expectations on them? And can they handle it?
Okay. Ed, why are you saying Texoma?
I mean, just kind of like what we've talked about this whole pod. Like, they've got to settle at some point. And if you can't get this team to settle down against another new opponent, like another new team in the league, and like play your style and actually get some quality passes going and string together some good moments and actually score in the run of play and feel like a team unit, then there's something wrong. And you have to hit, you're hovering. You're like, okay, it's only 3 games, but teams 3 and 4 games in right now are winning and they're playing well together. So we should be also on that same trajectory if we want to make this playoff. So I think if they don't do that this week, you're kind of hovering, because then next week, the week after, or whenever they play the next game, if they still can't get it together, you're hitting the button.
Yeah. I think they're the only expansion team thus far that does not have a win, rather than is in the U.S. Open Cup or league. So I think it's all fair to say. I think, the next thing we're going to talk about was expansion clause, but I think we're probably all in the same agreement. Like, if we did a sliding scale of the expansion team that's doing really well, FC Naples, expansion team that's doing really poorly right now, Texoma, and then right in the middle, you can AV Alta's probably a little bit closer to Texoma. Westchester's probably right there in the middle.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes right now. But I mean, yeah, man. It's gonna be fun to see how these games kind of shape up and everything like that. I mean, obviously we got all this to talk about. We didn't even really talk about the Henry Derby, but that's besides the point, because people don't want to interview us no more. Like, no one wants to talk to us anymore since DEI went out the window.
I mean,
you know what I think is happening? I think they're going to be like, oh, they're going to Madison this year. Let's save it for Madison. And I'm like, they play 3 games.
Yeah, it's 3 of these.
Relax. Yeah. I'm sure come September that will be the time. And if the trophy is still in the line in that game in October, which will also be the last game of the season.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be drunk that game.
I know you're taking us there, and we're going to see if we survive.
Oh yeah. Oh, we are doing the 2-father this day. Oh. We gonna be lit.
The two leg.
We gonna be lit.
Man, that weekend is gonna be.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you don't know what's happening, just know that the greatest university in the state of Virginia is having a homecoming that weekend in Petersburg, the Dirty Bird. And these two will be joining me, so they'll get to see me in my element. And just know, when them shades are on and that liquor flowing, I don't know you. You damn sure don't know me. So I tried to. Hey, look, I already prepped him for this weekend. I told him, don't talk to me about the podcast. Don't ask me no questions.
I will be watching it by myself because that is just the best for everyone involved.
I will have it on as I watch my game.
Is it bad that I'm gonna have? I told him I'm starting shot o'clock at 11:00.
Bro.
Okay.
That's just shots at 11, dog.
All right.
I'm gonna be a Waffle House. See, this is the energy I'm on. Welcome to the true part of the podcast, the real part y'all came for.
Oh no, it's a 6:00 kick, so that's not bad. 11:00 shot o'clock, and it's a 6:00 kickoff. That's not bad.
Oh, okay.
Shot at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10 shots.
Okay. All right.
What? we go to Waffle House. We get lit.
I was just gonna put some Henny in my coffee to start the day. Just
what
go
the
with that.
fuck? Whoa!
What?
Henny in the coffee to start the day.
I'm just putting it out there.
What is wrong with that? It adds some flavor. Okay?
Just do the Henny and Red Bull then.
No.
Hey, no. You gotta say that for October.
Oh God.
You gotta say the Henny and Red Bull for October.
Look, I can't be doing Red Bull at 9 a.m.
But you do coffee with Henny?
Yes, that's more reasonable.
Yes.
In this.
What's the difference between Henny and coffee and Bailey's and coffee? Or Kahlua and coffee? What's the difference?
It's nothing.
I can't believe you said.
So when you see me put out the tweet, shot o'clock, you ain't gonna make a shot?
I'll be with family. So I'm supposed to take a shot in the middle of being with family?
So you ain't never drinking around your family?
I will have 2 little kids with me.
So same.
They see an alcoholic adult before?
I'll have my kids with me.
So every time I see the tweet shot o'clock, I have to take a shot.
Taking shots, baby.
I will try my best to do it every
lit.
We might have some hours that I'll just do a double.
We get lit.
I might skip 1 hour, do a double shot the next hour. I might have to do that.
Hey, so y'all already know this, but we also gonna be playing Uno at the tailgate.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh
hell yeah. Yeah.
You're trying to start a fight. Okay.
We were supposed to play spades, but I didn't feel like teaching white people how to play spades. Because I really just wanted to yell, yeah, I'm up.
So you want to start a fight. That's what I'm getting.
Oh man. All right. So this is supposed to be wrapping the show up. Anything from you, Ed, before we wrap up?
No. Everybody go watch your local team. That's all I got.
Fuck the cup. Kyle, what about you, my good man?
Don't text war plans in the group chat. All right.
Damn it.
That shit's secure.
Yeah. Don't scare the hoes at your game. Don't scare the hoes. All right.
At your game or watch party.
Yeah, don't scare the hoes. All right, don't be on no weird shit. Don't scare the hoes. Drink in moderation. Remember, when you see shot o'clock, take a shot.
You can't say drink in moderation and then say when I
shot o'clock. You to drink every minute on the minute. Take a shot, have a little swig of water. Take a shot, eat a little bit of food. Take a shot, take a swig of water. Take a shot, smoke the blunt.
What? A wild crossfade.
That is not. That is a smooth chill out. And once again, if you see me with them shades on, I don't know you. You don't know me. All right, let's just keep it at that. With that being said, as always, listen, we want to say thank you for this time of your day for listening to our show, because without you, we couldn't do this. I mean, we wouldn't want to do this. So we just want to say thank you for that. As always, we just want to say we will holler at you guys next time, where we would definitely dive more into Chaos Beats. Yes, we'll bring you the best vibes and stories. And yeah, everything else all in between USL League One, because this is a stupid league that makes no sense. And Texoma sits on negative 20 points.
Is it a real place anyway?
It's not. Have a good night, everyone. See y'all next week. Be easy.